Hello and welcome back to the Stack, and here are today's top stories. The first story, a young girl, this poor young girl, discovered just how much of a nightmare it is to own a used electric vehicle. So this girl's parents, she's from St. Petersburg, Florida, they bought her a 2014 Ford Focus electric with just 60,000 miles on it. The car was like new. And the girl says the car was fine at first. She loved it so much. It was small and quiet. And then all of a sudden, it just stopped working. Her dashboard started lighting up like a Christmas tree, telling her that a major problem was detected. Well, after only owning the vehicle for 6 months, just 6 months, the young girl was shocked to find out that it needed service so soon. So they took the car to the dealership to find out what was wrong. And it turned out that the battery pack was at the end of its life after just 60,000 miles and needed to be replaced. And the bill was going to be $14,000. The kicker? The family had paid only $11,000 for the used vehicle in the first place. So they were expected to shell out more than they had purchased the vehicle for to replace the battery after just 6 months. But that's not the worst of it. Then the dealer told them that they couldn't even get a battery for the vehicle. So the vehicle costs 11 grand, 14K to replace the battery, and they can't even get the battery. So then the dealership, what did they do? Well, they offered the family $500 to purchase the vehicle. So this family was literally going to lose $10,000 on an electric vehicle that they purchased. So just imagine all these new EVs that are going to be made. What happens with long-term reliability? Well, we may finally be getting a glimpse into what long-term ownership of electric vehicles is like because of this family's nightmare. And the second story, Jill Biden tried to defend Joe Biden, but she ended up proving everything that critics say about him is true. So she was giving a speech and she was talking about some of the issues Joe Biden has faced. She says, Biden had so many hopes and plans for things he wanted to do, but every time he turned around, he had to address the problems of the moment. Wow. Imagine that. Joe Biden had to address the problems of the moment rather than trying to fulfill all of his hopes and dreams. I mean, that's literally your job as president, to address the problems of the moment. You never know what's going to happen. Things are unpredictable. And Jill and Joe Biden were apparently surprised by this. So Jill thought that this was a defense of her husband. I actually think it makes him look so much worse and proves that all the criticisms about him are true. And the third story, this one's pretty wild. A councilwoman from Pittsburgh suburb, she had the police come to her house for a stabbing, and she ended up punching a cop in the head because she wanted the cop to leave after they responded to her home. So the cops found the councilwoman's husband with a wound to his right leg, and he was bleeding on the floor. He claimed that he dropped a knife and that led to the cut. Sounds a little suspicious to me. It sounds more like, a domestic violence case. But anyways, I mean, this is really showing the state of America. You have an elected official whose breath smelled like alcohol attacking a police officer who was just coming to her home to help out with this incident. So yeah, things turned pretty wild at this councilwoman's home. I'm not sure she's going to be on the council anymore, but I have a feeling, I think the reports are that she's probably a Democrat, so it wouldn't surprise me if the Democratic Party really doesn't care that this woman punched a cop in the head. I mean, that's kind of how a lot of the country feels about police officers right now. So anyways, wild story. So if you want to stay up to date on the latest anti-cop stuff from the left, the latest on Jill Biden attempting to defend her husband, and the latest on electric car fails, you can head to westernjournal.com. And please be sure to like and subscribe so you never miss an episode of The Stack.